What is going on, everybody? Dennis the Menace here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back over here today at my buddy Ray's house, and just messing around today. I know I did that one video on the dinosaur bone, polishing up real good with the pneumatic grinder, but today I'm going to do a couple little pieces of coral. Two pieces of Tampa Bay material come from Tampa Bay, Florida, and another one that came from Perry. These are pieces that he just gave me the other day, said that he didn't want to mess with them or whatever, so I'm going to turn them into something beautiful. So check these pieces out right here. Don't mind the dirty sink, that's the rock sink. This is the piece from Perry here. It has a couple little druzy pockets, crystals in there, a couple little crystal pockets there. But the cool thing is that this stuff will actually polish that whole lip right there. And you can see how big this piece is. But if you turn the water on it, you can see how the agate takes a polish, and that's actually what it will look like whenever it's polished. So, it's looking dull now. I got this piece right here. This is oh, I just wet it, but you can see how it's got the scratches and everything all in it from the saw, but this piece is going to be insane. Look at this. Watch this. Look at the agate banding in that. That is going to be crazy whenever I'm done polishing it. That's not lights reflecting, that's the actual banding. Super crazy looking though. And then this third one's just another piece of it. It's a coral finger, some Tampa Bay material that he cut, and I don't even know where the other half is, but we'll see if we can polish that lip out there and make it look like that. But like I said, it's going to be the same process. It's going to be the same process I did with the dinosaur bone. Going from the 50 grit, the 100, to the 200, to 400 grit, to 1,000, and so on, up until 30,000 on the buffer wheel. Now, I did mention last time, the grinder that I'm using is actually a pneumatic grinder. It's ran by air. That way, there's no risk of shock if it's ran by air, as opposed to using the one with the cord on it. But on these pads that we're using here, these are also, I got to note that they're diamond pads. They're not regular, like sanding pads. Like, these are diamond pads. They're made to withstand, a lot of pressure and a lot of use here. So you can really get a good polish on these corals. So stay tuned. I'm about to get started on these things and check it out along the way. Here we go, got set up. Now, once again, because these are small pieces, I can't really mount these things in the holder here. Now, if you're wondering what this is actually just a cheap little Black & Decker little thing here. You just adjust by moving these things, turning them. Just a little cheap thing. It's got the little groove in there to hold it in, but that's the grinder there we're going to be using, and we're going to get to it right here. Stay tuned. You got to remember to apply pressure while you're doing this. That way you get a good grinding surface. You just got to make sure you got to get all the scratches out, or you don't see any saw marks. It's kind of hard to show once you get farther into the grinding process, but we'll see if we can see it here in a minute. Stay tuned. Alright, now what we do here is we take this little air chuck here that's hooked to the air compressor, and we actually blow the water off. It ain't got to be perfect, but you can see we use that to make sure that all the saw marks, there's no deep cuts. You want to make sure there's no deep cuts in what you're polishing before you go to the next stage. So once you see that there's no no more deep cuts, you can go to the next grit. And then you do the same thing. I mean, once you get past a certain point, like I don't know, once you get like 800 or so, you're probably not going to see too much of a difference. But you really want to get those 50 grit, 100 grit, 200, and 400 grits out of there. But there aren't any deep marks on here, so we're going to go on to the next rock here. We're going to put this one on there. But let's see how that one does. Stay tuned. Alright, now we're done with the second grit there. It's 100 grit that we're doing. And unfortunately, the air coming out of that air chuck, that line has some oil in it or something, so it's not drying off real well for me. So, I'm going to have to eyeball it in between stages of grinding here, so that should be fun. But, we're coming right along. The colors are starting to pop. Let me see if I can find some sun. The colors are starting to pop out real good. I mean, I know it's wet now, but when I'm done, when it's dry, it'll look like that. But you can see the colors really coming out on that. It's really crazy looking, the detail. But, stay tuned. We are getting back on it here. This one's looking cool, too. Oh, it's looking real cool. See the colors there coming out, especially right there. Crazy looking. But stay tuned. I'm not gonna come back between every stage here either. This is you know, a little excessive. I mean, some of the details are gonna be so minor. After a couple layers of these things, it ain't even gonna matter really. But these are the pads that we're using here, the diamond pads. That's what they look like. They come in different colors. And you want to keep those in order. Don't ever get those things out of order. But that's what we got left to go here. But stay tuned. We're about to get back on it. We got it going here. Keep it moving. Don't hold it still. You want to make sure you put pressure on the edges too, that way it gets it all the way to the edge, not just the middle. You don't want to roll your edges too much, but just make sure you press pressure down there where you keep that edge flat all the way to the edge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a catastrophe. No. We've had a casualty. Check this out. It's not good. This piece is broken. This piece right here just flew off. No! Oh no, dude. That whole piece broke off right there. Ah! This stuff is super fragile. I guess what I'm gonna do, let's see if I can zoom in on it. I'm going to continue to polish this, and at the end I'm just gonna super glue it on there. That's the good thing about this coral stuff. It super glues very well. So we're just gonna keep it going. But man, that sucks. And it's taking a good polish too, a really good polish, but I ain't letting go of that piece right there. No way, buddy. That stuff looks crazy. We're gonna get back to it here. I just had to show you that, man. That sucks. I mean, my heart broke, and the more pieces than that piece of coral just broke into as soon as I saw that thing fly off. So, stay tuned, man. This is good times. It's always something. Stay tuned. Alright, as you can see, we are moving right along here. We got through all these right here. We got the 50 grit, the 100 grit, 200 grit, 400 grit, and 800 grit. We're moving right along here. Still polishing the little guy. Hopefully he super glues back on there, but we got all of them lined up right here. This one's actually looking really nice. It's showing the depth. Some really crazy looking stuff right there. It's really showing the depth in that agatized coral though. Super cool looking. Super cool. Man, if you do me a favor, I really appreciate it. If you're enjoying this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the video there. Subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to actually go hunt some of this stuff soon, but we got this little tropical storm hurricane coming soon, so I guess the water level in the river is going to go back up, so it's not cool, but yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to be definitely doing some videos this thing. Yeah, look at my apron here. Don't that look cute? Stay tuned, man. Alright, we are moving right along here. We are almost done. We have 2 more to go here. We have the almost ready for the trash 10,000 grit. Down there we got 10,000 grit. And after that we're just going to do the buff. That's the last step. So put that on there. Make sure it's nice and centered. And stay tuned. Little guy's hanging in there. Alright, man, we are done. I'm gonna go clean these up right now. Man, they look really good. I mean, the colors look amazing. A couple little fine scratches here or there or whatever, but see if when I dry those out, those will look good. The little guy hung in there. It continued to take the polish, so hopefully we can get it to glue back on there wherever it goes. But stay tuned, we're going to clean them up and let them dry out real good. Alright, check this out. Just finished, got them all soaked up, cleaned up, got all that little oil that you get on it sometimes out of the pneumatic grinder there. And check this out, man. We got them cleaned up. It looks really cool. I probably could have done a little bit better of a job, but it seems like whenever you mount the grinder and you just hold the little pieces on there, it seems like you just don't get the pressure in the right spots or something. Whereas if you had a bigger piece, you can mount it in that little holder there, that Black & Decker holder, and you can actually apply pressure with the grinder as you're doing it. Like, it seems like if you just get a better job like that, but I could have done a little bit better job. But dude, they do look sweet, like really sweet. So check these pieces out right here. Alright, here was that really cool one with all the agate lines. See, I could have done I got some fine, super fine scratches in there. Those could be buffed out, but I don't think I'm going to mess with them. But look at the colors. It's crazy looking. The whites, the oranges, the yellows, the blues. Super cool looking. And that orange around the edge is like crazy. Oh, I could have got it a little bit closer to the edge over there too. But took a really good polish though. You can see, let me see here. Put it in the shade. Oh yeah, now you can see it. I mean, it's like mirror. So that's what you're going for. That's why people wet these things sometimes. It shows what it's going to look like. But that's completely dry. That's not wet at all. So that's the one piece. I'll show you that piece of coral there. Look at that. Look at the oranges that came out in that. That's crazy looking, like bubbly. And it's got the white on the inside. Sometimes these things have the druzy crystals all on the inside, especially the red ones. Oh man, they're super nice. That's a highly sought after pieces there. But once again, you can see mirror finish on these things, man. Super nice. Cool little piece there. You look down in there, it's like a different color, blue or whatever. It's crazy. I love these pieces with the amber coral, the agatized coral. It looks crazy, the solids. That piece. Here's the little guy. That's the little guy that broke off there. Like I said, I'm gonna super glue that little piece back on. There ain't no way I was losing that piece with those oranges and stuff coming through there. That almost looks like a moss agate the way it is. Looks super crazy, but same thing in the shade, mirror. It's wild. You can actually see the leaves from the trees. Crazy looking. And this was the big piece. And like I said, this big piece here came from Perry, Florida. This is a Perry material. The other ones are from Tampa. But same thing with the colors, man. It's just crazy looking. Should I get it to focus? There it is. Super crazy colors. It's got the druzy pockets. You can see the agate banding there around the edge. See the druzy crystals all in there. Get in there with a pressure washer or something and get all that black stuff out of there. But same thing, man. It's super cool whenever you polish these things. It's just wild looking. Pretty crazy. You look at this and look inside and it's so crazy, but you look on the outside and it just looks like a junk rock. Like, I mean, it has some signs of agate in there, but so wild. I love this stuff. And like I said, hopefully I'm going to be hunting this stuff soon. Lucky I didn't kill me whenever we were swimming with sharks last weekend. That was interesting. I'll probably get this video out before that video gets out because I got a lot of footage and stuff that I got to go through. But like I said, man, if you appreciate this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. We got some really cool stuff coming out soon. As soon as this river water, the levels drop down, we're also going to have some more stuff coming out. With the hurricanes coming in, I might even go out there and start playing around with the hurricanes and do some stupid stuff. Show y'all what it's like down here in Florida for the hurricane season. But I appreciate it. Stay tuned for more. See you later.